Council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they were short and unboring? This is why I've invented the 5-minute meeting. All right, this one's going to be a good one. Ashland City Council meeting of July 5th starts with the public forum. The Old Parks guy said Lithia Park is having nature walks. They're starting up, and the Japanese Guard is going great, and the Park Foundation is looking to funds for the Pelosi Fountain. And then a lady in glasses said the political differences are loud and divisive. We don't need to sacrifice any city services at all. And then the city manager's report. The powerhouse plumbing problem just happened, so look for that cost. And the ordinance deadline is coming up, so just a reminding of that. And Eco Northwest is a presentation coming up, whatever that is. And on July 19th, he is changing many of the committees to ad hoc committees, so they don't meet as often, and so that's going to happen. And this one says, she goes, hey, where is she? She goes, hey, what's up with the Hardegine property in PERS? Is that PERS all or nothing? And the city guy goes, well, the PERS is all or nothing. So we found that out. And then the Hardegine property, they have not yet put out the RFP, the referral for plan, some, bid request, right? And so and this guy goes, hey, with a business expenditure, hey, person, did that happen? And I guess it did, whatever it was. And then this one says, hey, social media says that you, Mayor, are claiming crimes and a forensic audit, and I want to put that on the agenda. And this one said, well, I hear exaggerating a social media post I had, and it's a little nutty. And then this one goes, she goes, yeah, if I take your words from that social media post and I define them my own way, I can make it sound like you're a meanie, and so I move we put that on the agenda. And this guy goes, making the mayor sound like a meanie? I'm in, second that. And so she goes, this is nuts. But it passed 4-2. And just so you know for later, these are the four that thought passing that was a good idea. It wasn't. Okay, and then so then consent agenda. Some America is Great thing happened, and the designation of a new city attorney, because the present city attorney is leaving, so there's this guy that's temporarily going to replace her, and then that was all approved. And then a parks funding initiative, lots of arguing at the beginning about whether they will vote on this tonight, and then public forum for that. And then a lady in white hair said, Parks and Rec is acting like a spoiled child and trying to avoid oversight, like children do. And then the lady in the black hat, who happens to own the black sheep, that this food and beverage tax doesn't just cost tourists, it also costs locals and restaurant bottom line and the ability to hire local employees. And if this tax is from restaurants only and then goes to parks only, I call bullshit on that. And then this one goes, she goes, so there's these two petitions going around for signature to put on initiatives on the November ballot. And the city manager goes, oh yeah, one's a proposition designated to, instead of $25 of food and bev tax going to the parks, there was 100%. And that was started by an Old Parks guy and a city developer and possibly others. And then there's a second one, is some 5G initiative by the 5G people, you know them. And but they're probably going to delay that. Sounds like they're not getting the signatures they thought they would. And then this one here's right here says, what is the budget summary again from those last 4 budget meetings? And so there's 30 minutes of summarizing those 4 meetings from the city guy. And at the end he goes, so I believe that we should have 25% of food and bev goes to parks and the other 75 goes to the city, because there's a lot more options for the city to do stuff. And this one goes, she goes, I don't like the way you're running the meeting, Mayor, and parks should be their own city, and the guy who does the 5-minute meetings is awesome. Actually, that's the way I heard it. And then the city manager said, they started discussing if competing initiatives can be on the ballot. And then this one gave a very, very long speech about voter freedom. And then this one said, what did this guy do? He goes, we should make it easier for voters not to have to go through the democratic process of signature gathering for an initiative. And so council should just shortcut that and do the referendum that Parks wants them to do. And then this one goes, where does she go? She goes, this citizens initiative is a 100% unrestricted funds to park. And then but the city manager says, it's restricted. City council's going to have to vote on that. So I'm not certain where that one ended up standing. But this one goes, what's the other resolution the city staff brought tonight? And then the city manager goes, it's been confusing for city employees, and it's more expensive when some work for the city and some work for the park. So I'd like to make sure everybody just works for the city, whether you're a park employee or not. And this one goes, parks should be their own city and not responsible or accountable to the city at all. And the city manager goes, well, actually, Oh, and then so this guy right here goes, that won't change Parks Commission responsibilities in any way, will it? And the city manager goes, well, it's going to kind of change a little bit, so I can't say that's for certain. And this one goes, I move to have staff bring the new either-or referendum to the next city meeting, saying voters have to pick either Parks gets 100% of food and beverage tax, or Parks gets 25 and the city gets 75. And that approves, so I think that's going to happen. It was 4-2. No surprise, but that's not the worst thing that happened at that meeting. And they go to now the 14-seat beer bike was approved, and then they went, oh shoot, we forgot to go back to the parks workers reporting to the city manager, and this one says I'm good with that, and this one goes, I don't even know how that would work. And then the city manager goes, well, it's just like departments, they have a boss, but the employees all have to go through the training and supervision of the city manager. Pretty normal stuff. And then this one goes, she goes, I move to put this resolution on the ballot. And this one says, the insurance cost for the parks is a problem, so I'm for it. And then this one says, I'm for it. And then it passed 5-1. This one, of course, wants parks to be its own city, so she is the one. And then digital meeting posting rules. Some new rules posted to post agendas and stuff on Ashland.news, and that was all approved. And then, what you've all been waiting for, yes, indeed, it did come back around. This one goes, well, you wanted to talk about my personal social media posts in this public business meeting, so here's your chance. And then this one says, she goes, I added this because you wrote the phrase forensic audit online somewhere, so that's so serious. If you take it out of context and twist it like I'm doing, it's so serious. So, and I'm going to claim that you're also accusing employees of crimes. If you follow my tortured logic-sounding statements, that's so serious. So show me the evidence and apologize. And then this one goes, I am tired of being attacked. She said, I'm not going to quote her exactly because that's not what I do. She says, I'm tired of being attacked for defeating you in the mayoral election. I don't work for you. This is a bullying nonsense. And if I want to talk about this issue at a council meeting, I'll bring it up like an adult at an executive session. And then this guy goes, this council seems to take a cheap shot at the mayor every 3 months. I hope he's talking about her, are voted out in November. And then he says, that's it. I just think we should stop this meeting right now. And they stopped it. End of meeting. You're welcome.